Hallo Freunde der Pixelunterhaltung und willkommen zurück bei der letzten Folge von The Suicide of Rachel Forster. Ich bin schon ziemlich gespannt, wie sich jetzt das Ganze entwickeln wird und ich hoffe ihr auch. Und dann lasst uns doch mal loslegen. Ja, und hinter welcher Tür steckst du? Der Sack. Der hat die ganze Zeit von hier gefunkt. Na, aber wann erschrecke ich? Beweise, alles Beweise. Der ist aber ganz schön krank. Alles über mein Leben. Wieder eine Christmas 1980. Mein Auto unten in der Garage. Jetzt wissen wir auch, wer den Schlüssel geklaut hat. Wahrscheinlich werde ich den auch noch finden hier. Ein Heizofen. Ziemlich kalt hier. So wie es aussieht, muss ich jetzt dort an den Funk und erst dann geht es wieder weiter. Hm? Die könnte ich schon öffnen, macht aber noch keinen Sinn. Ich werde mich jetzt diesem Schicksal stellen. Ich werde jetzt den Funk dort abhören und rausfinden, vermutlich das, was ich schon vermutet habe, dass er etwas damit zu tun hat. Ich kann es mir anders nicht vorstellen. Hier, der weiß auf jeden Fall davon. Der hat das alles schön vorbereitet. Das ist der Kühlraum, oder? Die Tür. So. Sind wir gespannt, was jetzt rauskommt.
Hello?
I imagine you found my room.
What? What does all this mean?
That's a question I've asked myself many times. What does all this mean, Irving? How far do you want to push yourself? How much can you take?
What?
Every memory. Painstakingly gathered, every reconstructed piece, every little element retrieved from dark. A photo, a hairband, a lipstick. It means remembering, Rachel. That's what all this means. I didn't choose this path. I had to do it.
What did you do, Irving?
These walls ooze with memories. The memories get into the walls. Under the floorboards, they creep into the crawl spaces.
You're not with FEMA. You... Jenkins... You never talked to him. Your boss, the phone call, all those weird events. You were behind all of them.
Someone had to bring the last piece of the memory puzzle here. The most important one. You.
Me? I...
Your father wanted to keep you out of it. I convinced him that only you could resolve the equation, as he called it.
I don't understand.
How could you? Over the last few days, you got a little taste of what it means to dig around in the past, hunting for memories that scratch away behind every wall in the night. We did it for years, day after day after day.
All lies.
I have nothing against lies. Grew up around lies. But now it's time for the truth to come out. Finally.
Also der Sohn wird's nicht sein von Rachel.
Who are
Vielleicht der
you,
alte
really?
Freund, der
I want to
genauso
tell you a
betrogen wurde.
story. There was an invisible boy. Like everyone, he just wanted to run on the grass, ride a bike, swim in the lake in summer. But his father... his father had other plans for his soul. In his dark world made of silence and prayer, there shone only one star. His wonderful sister. A heavenly creature that spent hours telling him fairy tales in secret. She who told him what a free and strong man he would become one day.
Rachel?
She was like that. Free and strong. At the time, I didn't understand her dyslexia. Or what retard meant. That's what they called her at school. But I could hear her cry at night. I wanted to protect her. But I couldn't. One day, that beautiful, luminous creature met someone. A human being that saw her for real.
My dad.
Yes. And I was the invisible witness of what happened. A love. Simply a love. Nothing more, nothing less. But that love was too much, and it would be punished. Who paid for this love, Nicole?
Rachel. Rachel was... your sister. Now I remember you.
You were too caught up with your hatred for Rachel to notice the innocent little kid that sometimes tagged along.
I didn't hate your sister. I was just jealous.
Doesn't matter. Those days are over.
How could I have forgotten you?
I was
Ja, das frage ich
raised
mich
to be
auch.
forgotten.
Ich hatte schon mal erwähnt, vielleicht ein Bruder vorhanden, aber nein, das würden wir ja wissen. Nein, sie hat's
What do you
vergessen.
want from me?
The day my sister paid with her life for her love, we all died. We make up the history of the Timberline.
It was a tragedy. But you...
We all got frozen there, in that very moment, in that confined horizon of events. As you'll understand, as you've already begun to understand.
I want to know what you want from me.
You have to keep going to get to where I wasn't able to go. You will be the new witness. You owe it to us. And you owe it to her.
Das heißt... Die war elektronisch, ich hätte sie gar nicht öffnen können, aber jetzt... Es geht auf den Dachstock, ja. Tja, ihr Lieben, ich weiß nicht, ob wir hier lebend rauskommen oder ob hier Blut fordert. Ich bin mir auch nicht sicher, ob der Typ jetzt hier sitzt. Vermutlich schon, oder? Ziemlich düster gemacht, ziemlich düster. Ich schaue jetzt noch nicht nach hinten, ich will wissen, was hier alles ist. So ein Bett. Für das eigentlich das Zimmer, also der Stock unten dran so heruntergekommen ist. Ist das hier oben ziemlich kuschelig und flauschig eingerichtet, ne? Das ist der Autoschlüssel, oder? Nicht? Ich kann den noch nicht anschauen. Erst vermutlich, wenn ich den Projektor benutze. So, der Bruder vermutlich gemalt. Hm? Ja, ich würde mal sagen, wir müssen an den... Ist witzig, wie man immer alles so anschauen konnte. Und trotzdem war nie eine versteckte Botschaft oder so irgendwie unter irgendetwas. Ja, würde ich gerne anschauen, ja. Zahllose Zigarettenpackungen von dem Typen hier überall. Tja. Es scheint nicht so, als könnten wir sonst was machen vorher. Ich würde mal sagen, wir können... Film ab, hä?
A few years have passed since I last used this old tape recorder. I think you were in elementary school. I imagine a testament should start in a poised manner. My dear Nicole, my favorite daughter, etc., etc. Poised, weighty, serious, irrevocable. I prefer asking you how you are. How are you, Nikki? You're probably tired. I can imagine. At this point of your journey, the marks and voices of this old hotel will have already whispered all their secrets. You've always been good at solving puzzles. In this, you surely resemble more your mother than me. Irving has always been convinced that you, only you, could surmount the fear and suffering that exuded from these hallways. We tried. We waited. We were terrified. We studied. We listened. We listened to her. But all the love in the world wasn't enough to decipher those muted vowels, those wide open eyes, those tears of light. In your time and space, in the here and now, I will no longer be with you. But it doesn't matter. Trust me, it doesn't. I have a new theory, Nikki. Love is and remains. It is in the wood you stand on, in the walls that keep up this hotel,
Who are you
in
talking
the air
about?
we breathe. And sometimes it hates. It hates those who didn't allow it, those who cast it aside with indifference, and those who can't recognize it. Stars still emanate their light, even after collapsing, right? There is a lot of light here. There is light in death. I want to free myself of all this darkness. I can no longer see the stars. I'm tired of surviving in this limbo. So, how are you, Nikki? I'm good. I will be good. Figure out what Rachel was saying, Nikki. She's here.
Wir haben wieder einen erhöhten Herzschlag. Hat sich das jetzt auch noch gedreht? Ich meine, jetzt können wir den Schlüssel hier nehmen, oder? Claire, Schlüssel von der Mutter. Ja, für was brauchen wir den? Ist das der Autoschlüssel? Ja. Es ist der Autoschlüssel. Hätte auch ein Briefkastenschlüssel sein können, so vom Aussehen her. Kann ich jetzt hier durch? Immer noch nicht, oder? Wenn ich ehrlich bin, möchte ich eigentlich nicht drauf losrennen, weil ich ja immer noch damit rechnen muss, dass der Typ plötzlich da steht. Also na gut, dann losrennen ist ein bisschen übertrieben. Alter Falter! Wirklich gerade wieder die Gänsehaut.
Hello.
Leonard was a very special man. His soul was big enough to love both you and Rachel.
I knew my father's soul better than anyone.
You were just a jealous kid.
Don't you dare try to make me feel guilty. You don't...
I just want you to get to the truth.
So why didn't you tell me about the truth?
Tell who? The Nicole who thought eating beans was the worst tragedy and couldn't wait to finish this business and run away, forgetting everything all over again?
You don't know anything about what my mother and I went through.
But you're different to when you got here. Now you can discover the truth, a truth that otherwise would have destroyed you. I didn't lie to you. I protected you.
Listen, I'm sorry about Rachel. I hated her, and I hated my father, but I never wanted it to end like that. I understand your pain, maybe better than anyone. Betrayal, shame, death. My family was destroyed, just like yours. How much longer does this pain have to last?
It'll be over soon.
What else is there to know?
You want the truth. Well, I can't give it to you. I've already given you everything I could. Now you have to tie the pieces together.
What does that mean?
Your father always said we are the sum of the people we take with us, and you abandoned these people. Here, in this place.
Enough riddles, Irving. I'm tired.
Me, too. You're the only one who can give a finale to this story. It's time you open the last door.
Tja. Und ich habe das Gefühl, dass das die letzte Türe sein könnte jetzt. Dahinter sind wir wieder dort, wo alles angefangen hat, in der Garage. Nur gehen wir diesmal zu Claires Auto. Und dann werden wir da reinschauen, was für eine Wahrheit da drin ist. Ein bisschen... wir eine Leiche darin finden. Das tote kleine Kind. Claire. Claire war ja die Mutter. Nein, die ist ja gestorben an Krebs. Puh, öffnen wir sie einfach. Okay, und was habe ich jetzt hier genau rausgenommen? Die Decke waschen gehen. Scheinbar doch nicht die letzte Tür gewesen. Jetzt bin ich mir nicht sicher, kann ich von hier auch gleich, das ist der Boilerraum, da muss ich nicht rein, aber ich kann glaube ich hier unten durch, oder? Komme ich hier zur Waschküche? Ich bin mir gar nicht mehr sicher. Ja, hier ist die Waschküche. Puh. Muss ich jetzt noch die richtige finden, oder wie? Vielleicht muss ich sie auch nur hier waschen, hä? Sieht so aus. Jetzt wissen wir auch, warum wir überall in jedem Raum irgendwelches Putz- und Waschmittel hatten. Da will Blut drin sein, oder? Die Zahnspange. Die haben wir ja vermisst unten in dem geheimen Kinderzimmerraum. Ja, das Blut.
Oh God. How could I have forgotten? I saw everything. I was there. All the pieces were in front of my eyes.
A kid's eyes.
It was the same night as the hockey game in Missoula. Reverend Foster was so busy with the preparations of the meals for the giving to the poor at the Timberline Church. And my mother, Claire, said that we would get back from the game in time for the distribution. She convinced my father to help the Reverend, and he'd come with his whole family. You and Rachel.
Yeah. I remember it like it was yesterday.
I couldn't find my stick. I panicked and I went down to the garage. Claire was there, red in the face. Her look.
Her look.
It was just a fleeting feeling. That's why I erased it from my memory. I had to erase it, understand?
What was in her look?
It just wasn't her. It was like a frightful creature. A disturbed, dangerous animal. I've never seen her like that before or after. Not even on her deathbed. And then she put her hands on her hips, exhausted. She smiled. And there she was again, my mom. I thought it must have just been the impression of a moment. I had the finals against Cold Springs High awaiting me. I climbed in the car, throwing my bag into the back seat. My hockey stick was there. Claire said she'd cleaned it. She'd cleaned it.
Krass.
Go on.
No, I don't.
Go on.
We got there on time and I played. Best game of my life. And the last. Claire was on the bleachers encouraging me and cheering. And then I lost sight of her. For 2 whole periods, I think. And later, when I asked, she said she'd moved because Marty O'Donegal's father was getting on her nerves. But it wasn't true.
Just enough time to go back to the car.
Don't say it. Irving, don't say it. Don't say a thing. I don't...
Ja, krasse Story, krasse Story.
I traveled all the way with Rachel's body and the baby she carried inside of her. In the trunk, rolled in the blanket. God, oh my God. She killed Rachel.
Thank you, Nikki.
Und jetzt werde ich wahrscheinlich auch umgebracht.
You've had your revenge. I hope all this gives you the peace you were looking for.
I wanted you to help me uncover the truth.
You're saying you didn't know that Claire...
I was only a kid. Plus, she never wanted me to get to the bottom of it.
Rachel is here?
You know, I think she's still protecting me. But I'm grown up now. Now, we can all be reunited at last.
What? Wait, where are you going? Listen, we can work things out. What happened is terrible, but all the main players in this story are dead. Get it? Dead. We are still alive. We're alive. Me, you, we didn't do anything.
That's exactly what we did wrong, Nicole. We didn't do anything. It's beautiful here. Rachel told me about it so many times, but I never thought it was so beautiful.
Steht bestimmt bei der Klippe oben, denke ich.
What? Irving, where are you?
It's white as far as the eye can see, beyond the mountains.
You left the hotel? But it's too cold. You'll die out there. Irving, please.
I've lived in the dark for years. You freed me. And now I can finally rest in the light. I can go back to her.
Don't go. You can't. Don't leave me too. We have our drink.
It's not a goodbye, my tough, pragmatic, stubborn Nikki. We'll meet again. Another time. Beyond this horizon of events. Everything is...
Irving? Irving? I don't want to stay alone here. Everything seems to be becoming dark. I'm scared. Who's there? Rachel? Is that you?
Wohl kaum.
Yes?
Nicole, it's me, Jenkins, the attorney. Finally, I can get through. You don't know how many times I've tried. I can't hear you. The connection's bad. How are you? I was really worried about the storm.
I'm good.
Great. I'm glad. You're sure you...
Listen, I don't want to sell the hotel anymore.
What? Damned interference. I didn't catch you. What'd you say?
I don't want to sell the hotel anymore. You've been really nice. Your job is done. Thanks.
Oh, well, I see. Well, you're the owner, and you got every right to decide. But maybe we should talk about it in person. I want to understand. This kind of decision...
I'm back home, and I have to stay here. Forever.
Wait a sec, let's talk. There's also my fee.
Ah, das erklärt einiges. Ja, leb wohl.
You know,
Schöne
Mom,
Welt.
I was thinking about going to the lake. Remember where we went with Uncle John last year? Daddy and I started talking about the stars. You can't see them during the day. But they're always
Krasses
there.
Ende. Sie
You feel like
begeht
I
jetzt
would
selbst.
so like it. And we can have dinner at Doc Smith's diner on the bank. Rachel and Irving could come with us? What do you think? It would be so nice to be all together. Mom, Dad, it would be so nice.
Fängt sie schon an zu harmonisieren. Ja, es fängt an zu verschwimmen langsam.
Wait, I did all that you asked me. Stop it, please. Anger shouldn't rule our life. You said that. I'm scared. I don't want to die. It's getting dark.
Was für ein Ende.
I can't see the light.
Als ich mit dem Spiel angefangen habe, hätte ich im Traum nie an so etwas gedacht. Wow.
I'll stay here with you, Daddy. Mom, we'll bring back the Timberline to its fortune together. We will be happy again, all together. Yes. Like a whole family. No more anger. Just love.
Wow. War eine spannende und sehr mitreißende Story, muss ich echt sagen. Hatte ein-, zweimal richtig Gänsehaut. Wow. Toll erzählt, alles. Was ein bisschen schade war, man konnte so viele Gegenstände zwar aufheben und drehen und machen, aber es hat einem nichts weitergeholfen, rätselmäßig. Ja. Aber war nett, doch, würde ich sagen. Gut, das war's. Ich hoffe, ihr wart auch so gut unterhalten wie ich. Und wer weiß, vielleicht sehen wir uns ja in einem weiteren Projekt von mir, bei einem anderen Spiel. Wenn es euch gefallen hat, nicht vergessen, Daumen hoch, ein Abonnement zu hinterlassen, Abonnement, Glocke und dann sehen wir uns wieder. Tschüss zusammen.